Well, how y'all are this afternoon? This your buddy George Jones down there at Alberta. No, I'm not. I'm at Knob Creek. I'm at Knob Creek on the lower range. For my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. And the old used gun we got today is a damn Jindy. We have the CZ52 carbine. The CZ52 rifle. That's this guy. Now the CZ52 is a rifle made in Czechoslovakia that came about in the 1950s when Czechoslovakia decided, even though they were under the sphere of influence of the Soviets, that they would go ahead and start their own weapons development program. And in doing so, they came up with a couple of different guns. This is probably the most common. It utilizes the .62 by .45 cartridge. That's this thing. I've got a 7.62 by 39 in my pocket to show you if I can dig it out. There it is. By myself today and just trying to get her done. This is a 7.62 by 45, if you can see that. Let's see, lay it up there. This is a 7.62 by 39, and this is a 7.62 by 45. You know, so there's quite a bit of difference. Get up there where you can see it. There we go. It delivers the same package as the 7.62 Russian does, but it's a little bit more. It's like a 125 grain full metal jacket bullet at, probably 300 feet per second faster than the 7.62 by 39, which makes it a superior cartridge to the 7.62 by 39. But here's the deal. The Russians came along and said, you know, we're not going to do that. You're going to do what we tell you to do because you're one of our slave states. So they stopped production of this, as well as they stopped production of a, for lack of a better term, assault rifle version, which was a full stock 35 round magazine or 30 round magazine version that was somewhat close to the appearance of an AK-47 at 50 feet. But when you actually get it in your hands, you realize there's quite a bit of difference. It used a similar action, but this is actually a pretty well made and widely distributed gun. I mean, you saw these, I saw these in Africa in the early 1980s. Cuba, Royal Tiger Imports has brought in quite a few of them, none of them in this good a condition. You know, and they just said, okay, we're just going to distribute the ammunition and the weapons out to anybody that's interested in having them because we're now required to have AK-47s. So, that's what happened. A few years ago, about 20 years ago, a lot of these were found in various places and brought into the country. Are they good shooters? Well, we're fixing to find out. The attributes of this gun are, it has the safety in the trigger guard, doesn't work when it isn't cocked. It has a detachable magazine, rocks in very much like an M14 magazine, holds 10 rounds. Magazine is of the release is of the paddle type. The safety is of the Garand Mini 14 BM59 type. The dust cover's back here, much like it is on a, but it comes off a lot different than it does on an SKS. It slides forward and so forth. But we're not going to go into all that. We're going to show the gun and shoot it. I'm not going to take it down because it belongs to a private collector. The bayonet arrangement is very interesting. It's a side bayonet with a release lever over here, and I'll work this thing here, get a hold of the point of it, push in on the lever and pull out on the bayonet, and the bayonet centers on the barrel very nicely. Overall, it's pretty cool. Like a pretty cool gun. I've had these in the past personally when they were plentiful and cheap. Now they're very expensive and highly collectible. So we're going to shoot it a little bit and find out how it shoots. You just have to take my word for it. Okay, so we're going to load it with a stripper clip using the magazine in it. Okay, locks to the rear. Stripper clip goes in the guide. Stripper clip goes in the guide. Push 5 in it. Okay, take that stripper clip out and it stays back. Let's put another 5 in it just for the fun of it. Another 5. Stripper clip. These strippers work nice. Well, I can get them to stay in there. All right, put another stripper in it. Put 5 more in it. Come on, stripper. Let's get to working here. We ain't got all day. There we go. It's the first week in January. Things are a little cold and stiff, including me. Strip her out, pull her back, drop her down. She's ready to go. All safe. We'll put some ear mufflers on and see how it works. Safety off. The backstop on the lower range is about 125 yards down range. There's a piece of junk down there. I'm going to see if I can hit it. And that round appears to be a dud. All right, shut that now there. Yep, that in there. Dud. 2 of those rounds dieseled, so it's like click, boom. Okay. Oh, a good hard hit on that thing. Of course, I don't know how old this ammunition is. I can't read the codes on it. It's hitting my point of aim. That was just a pure flintlock. Another flintlock. Oh, he's awaiting. Set her down there in a safe direction. Crank that now there. That was our last one. Those hits are hard enough. I don't think it's going to be necessary to try them again. Let me warm these old paws up. You used to be able to get these guns for $69 retail. Now, they're quite valuable. I suspect this is some kind of veteran bringback because I can't find an import mark on it anywhere. Let's try 5 more. Well, got a little piece of metal laying down there on the backstop. Looks like it's about 10 inches wide and about 18 inches long, and I've hit it every time I've shot at it so far. Got 2 in it. Let's see if they work. Let's try different targets. Clay pigeon laying down there. There's a clay pigeon laying down there. Oh, I hit just under it, blowed a big hole in the ground. The clay pigeon flopped over and showed the black side in the hole. And I'm like, I guess it's suppressive fire. What else you got in here? Let's shoot a little bit more. I will go for 20. I got to clean this stuff up. I have to clean this gun before I turn it back in, so it's like, might as well try it. Come on, get in there. They should have equipped this thing with a 30-round magazine. All right, let's get a little bit more. Duds and live. Getting a good dud collection going here. All right, let's look at it here and see what it actually says all over it. See if I can find an old import mark on it. See what comes in. Now, when I had one back 25 years ago, it didn't have this bolt in there to strengthen it up. But the stock is not cracked, so it doesn't look like that bolt's in there for repair. It looks like it's actually in there as part of the function of the gun. It has a removable butt plate where your cleaning apparatus would be stored, and it's just got a little click thing right there on top of it, a little grabber. Put that guy up on there like that. It says SME 007. This must be James Bond's rifle. 56, got a proof mark on it. Says 7.62 by 45 in English letters, so it's probably an import. The magazine floor plate's coming off of it. There we go. Put that back there. Import marks are supposed to be on a gun in such a manner that they show and can be clearly seen, and I don't see any. Oh, there's some writing right there. Let's see what's on there. See if I can see it. 7.62 by 45. Looks like inner arms. Yeah, it says inner arm on it. So it's like, yeah, it's an inner arms import, which would have put it in somewhere in the early 1980s, probably sometime after the McClure-Volkner Act, when all this stuff started flowing in after 86. I don't know, you can import this gun. It's a 10-round magazine, you know. But it's definitely an import rifle, not a veteran bring back. What's it worth? In today's market, this gun is in the 6 to 7 finger range. It's a nice gun, overall excellent condition. You know, you couldn't beat it with a stick. And if you could get soft point ammunition, I believe it'd make an excellent deer gun. You're allowed to have a semi-automatic rifle in Kentucky with a 10-round magazine. This is my good brush gun. You know, 7.62 by 45. Another thing to note, it doesn't take SKS stripper clips. It takes a stripper clip that's a little bit, looks kind of like an M14 or 1903 stripper clip, but it doesn't take SKS stripper clips. Sights graduated out to 1,000 meters or 900. Overall, it's just a pretty nice gun. It is a, well, believe these things are blowback operated. Just to tell you the truth. It's a interesting system. Tell you the truth, I don't know, but we're sitting out here looking at it. CZ52, not to be confused with the CZ52 pistol, which we'll have one next week probably. Just a nice little gun. Just really a superior little gun to an SKS. I like them a lot better than I like an SKS. You know, I like carbine a lot better than I like an SKS. But overall, if I had to choose between the SKS and the CZ52, now they manufactured some of these in 7.62 by 39 in Czechoslovakia, and importers had them reworked to 7.62 by 39 to make them more marketable. So you occasionally see a 7.62 by 39 caliber CZ52. Well, that's about the size of it. Like to take Sheriff I, comma, Satan, subscribble. Leave me a $1 in the Patreon bucket if you want to, and if you don't, well, I just keep right on making content for you. Be kind to your neighbor, be kind to everyone you meet, but have a plan. Make sure everybody in your bunch is registered to vote and voting right. We're sure going to need your vote here pretty soon. God bless each and every one of us, and God bless America. She sure needs it. See y'all. Now I gotta get up. I turn the camera off because I'm all by myself.